Warning, we will say the things you may not like. Nothing is serious to us. Nothing is off of limits. So tune in or tune out. It's naughty time.
Okay, you may begin.
What, are we recording?
We are.
Oh.
So, so diet soda tastes
like shit.
Like shit. So when it seems like when it expires, it tastes even more like shit.
I don't think it can expire. It's just fucking sugar and water.
It does though, because when I went to visit my in-laws, they had a thing of Diet Coke caffeine free that's been sitting there for I don't know how long.
20 years.
And I was going to say, when was the last time you've ever seen that on the shelf?
The original Pepsi Clear.
It wasn't clear.
I got a Pepsi Perfect for you.
It was the gold can. I'm not even sure if it exists anymore. It has to, but it tasted horrible.
It's funny. It just reminded me of my dad way back in the day, because my dad has never drank.
Is this before he started shitting his diapers?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, way before that. So this is like, when we were growing up. My dad didn't drink. My mom didn't drink. But they kept alcohol in the house for when they had parties and guests.
Cool.
And we found it one day. We found the liquor cabinet, which was stashed in this weird spot under the stereo. There's, your standard bottles of vodka and whiskey and whatnot. But then in the back, there were like beers. And we're like, at that age, we didn't know really the rules around drinking beer. Right. And so like one day, me and my friend from Texas, you know that guy? The beer guy? I'm not going to say his name.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so we found, and then there were Budweisers, but I had no idea how old they were.
Can we call him Pork Pie? Because he always wears a fucking pork pie.
So we found Pork Pie, and I found these old Budweisers that were lukewarm because they were back there, and we're like, oh, beer, and we drank it, and we're like throwing up, like, this is what beer tastes like. I'm never gonna drink.
Well, I think that's the effect.
Was I with you?
That's the effect of Budweiser to begin with, right?
But they could have been 20 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, even a brand new fresh Budweiser will make you vomit.
Right.
Because it's terrible. No, I get why people drink it. People want to get a buzz and not taste their beer. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. So anyway, we're recording now, I guess, right?
Goddamn beer snob.
And we're back.
And welcome to Naughty Time. I'm your host. I don't like my nicknames. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call myself Ryan because that's my fucking name, I guess. I'm not going to do a whole nother episode on fucking nicknames. I like Royal. Royal was okay. I like the Rabbi. I am actually wearing my kippah. And by the way, yarmulke is the Yiddish word for this little fucking Hanukkah helmet that I'm wearing. A kippah is the actual term for it.
When do you hear a kippah, though? When we do this podcast, that's when you hear it. That's the only time you hear it.
Everyone calls it a yarmulke because it's, I don't know, it's funny. It's a funnier word. Yarmulke. Anyway, welcome to Naughty Time. I am your host,
Ryan.
I'm Ryan. Nice to meet you.
Fuck you, cold cuts. No, I mean, you guys can do better with the nicknames. That'll be another episode. For now, just call me.
All right, Fat Jesus it is.
Okay, Fat Jesus. Sure.
That
FJ,
seems like it.
hey.
Fat Jesus with the in the yarmulke. But anyway, I'm gonna do a theme song. You ready for this?
Hit it.
It's naughty, naughty, naughty time. It's naughty, naughty, naughty fucking time. What do you think of that one?
It took me a second, but then I got
real?
it. Yeah.
Well, I didn't get it. What's
Your boy Vay. You don't know what song that is?
No.
Bro.
I was just to focus on the fucking naughty.
Tell him what it is, BLT.
It's
Come on, boy Vay.
It's Culture Club. Do you really want to hit me?
Okay, I got it.
Do you really want to bang me? From behind.
Wow, you put actual lyrics that time.
No, I was just those are the words of the actual song. Right?
Oh.
Doesn't Boy George sing something big about getting it?
I don't think so.
All day.
All day, every day. Anyway, this is Naughty Time.
Episode 3. Revenge of the Shits.
Episode 3. Oh, by the way, I texted you guys last night. Not to bring this up again, but I literally shit my pants last night.
But you wrote shipped, and I'm like, he's drunk. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You know when you talk into your phone, it misinterprets words. It's like autocorrect. It even autocorrects your words, like come out of your fucking mouth hole.
No, I get it.
So I said, hey guys, I shipped my pants tonight.
I thought you were referring to an ad that Kmart did.
That's
a few years back.
That's what I thought he was saying.
Where there were all these guys, I just shipped my pants.
No, I literally shit my pants.
Okay.
That commercial is brilliant, though.
So I was sitting on the couch with, I have 3 dogs. We'll call her, we call her Stinky Puta. Her name's Lucy. And I'm sitting on the couch, and she's sitting in my lap because she demands to be pet. Okay. So I was like, oh, I got to fart. So I spread my legs a little so she would kind of sink further into what comes forth. And I immediately leapt off the couch, and I was like, oh, fuck. And my girlfriend was like, what? And I was like, I just shit my pants.
Liquid?
Well, you could tell it was a really hot, really wet fart. So I ran to the bathroom to see what the damage had been. And for one, I shit my pants, dude.
Were you wearing those pants?
No, I was wearing house shorts.
Did the submarine alarm go off? Like in the beginning of Naughty Time?
No.
Were you wearing the nipple hat?
Now I got to post a picture of that for reference. The nipple hat.
Well, that just needs to be posted anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I ran to the bathroom to see the damage I had done, and my immediate drawers were shitty, and my house shorts were shitty.
Whoa, you broke the barrier.
Yeah, I swear to God. So then I had to check the couch, but I checked the couch after the fact. For all I know, the dog could have licked it off the couch. She's a beagle. They eat shit. It's miraculous. So I threw my shorts off and I sat on the toilet because I thought I had more. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna keep shitting, like liquid. Mm-hmm. Dude, I look on the ground and there's like these little orange fucking circles all over the ground, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I touch one with my toe.
Shit crop circles.
Dude, my butthole was dripping all over the floor.
Orange?
And it was like diarrhea. I mean, what color is your diarrhea? It's like orange, brown. You know what I'm talking about. And dude, I started fucking painting by numbers with my toe on the fucking ground. And then I screamed like a little girl. I was like, fuck, I just stuck my toe in shit. So then I literally tried to start wiping, and there was so much on the back of my balls. I just jumped in the shower right then and there, and I was like, there's no end to this.
Did you throw it away?
Except for a shower.
Did you throw the clothes away?
No.
That's hardcore. I don't think I've ever shit my balls.
I know, but so your clothes are full of shit.
Well, no, my girlfriend is like, you better fucking throw those away. And I was like, okay. She goes, or take them outside and hose them off. I'm like, but it's cold outside. It was like 50 degrees because we're Florida pussies. And so I folded them up nice and neatly so all the wet stuff was on the inside. And I sat them on the top of the hamper. She's like, did you throw them away? And I said, yes, dear.
I left them for you.
And I woke up this morning. She woke up early and went to work. I woke up this morning, and she had thrown a pair of her dirty underwear on top of mine, and she didn't notice that I didn't throw them away, that they were in fact sitting on top.
Smell it walking in there? Jesus.
No, it didn't. I actually...
Come on.
I have a side story, but I don't think it's as good as the shitting one.
Well, what do you got? Hit me.
The first time I ever got drunk was, I think, I was still in high school. I think maybe I was 17, and I was at my friend's house, and he threw everything at me, hard liquor.
I've never seen you drunk in my life.
It was mainly hard liquor, and it didn't hit me until like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I ended up puking in my Pittsburgh Pirates hat.
That seems appropriate.
Yeah. So I puked in my Pittsburgh Pirates hat, and then I threw it in the garbage.
Full of puke.
Well, I think I might have emptied it, or maybe like I puked on the way to the toilet, puked in my hat so I wouldn't get it on the rug.
Oh, wow.
And then puked in the toilet, and then I probably cleaned the hat out. And then, whatever. I went back and I went to sleep, and I threw the hat in the garbage. But when I woke up, the hat appeared on the kitchen counter. And it turned out that whoever the roommate was, who I hadn't seen the whole night, saw the hat and took it out and for some reason put it on the counter.
Wait. You mean he wore it all day and then
No,
he
not
took it
at
out of the
all.
trash. He took the pukey hat out of the trash. He put it on his fucking head. He went and played a round of golf and then sat on the counter and was like, it's not mine. Someone will claim it.
That very well could have happened.
Hey man, free hat.
Free hat, bro.
Definitely not as good as the shitting story, but...
No, it was a surprise to me. And I want to say literally last Saturday after I saw you, Cold Cuts, we drank some beer.
Eat some fucking bacon.
And ate some fucking amazing bacon. I wanted to say I texted you that night and said I shit my pants too. I think I shit my pants like weekly now. Like, I guess...
You can't stop shitting your pants.
I think maybe subconsciously I enjoy it. No. Wouldn't that
be satisfying though?
be satisfying? You beat me to it, man. You beat me to it.
God.
Callback.
All right, so I know we constantly talk about shitting our pants and all that gross stuff, but
Are you gonna
We're going to keep doing it?
No, because with I want to talk about something. With that message, around that time, you were sending me a video of Space Ghost interviewing Tommy Wiseau.
Oh my God. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Now, the timing of that couldn't have been better because when I was on vacation a couple weeks ago, we went, my friend from Texas, what's his nickname? Oh, Pork Pie.
Pork Pie.
He comes here and he just keeps
He's
putting
gonna
this
love that, by the way.
DVD in my face of The Room. We got to watch this. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it.
The Room.
And then he whips out this rose and he keeps, touching me with it.
He's tickling you.
He's
with
tickling me with the rose, and I go, stop it, fucking stop it. What is this fucking thing? And he just keeps talking for 3 days. He keeps talking about the room. We're gonna watch it. It's so awesome. It's the Citizen Kane of bad movies. And I go, oh, that's great. That's how I want to spend my fucking vacation.
Is this before the movie came out?
This is a couple weeks ago. So
Okay, so
No,
yeah.
before the James Franco film.
So
which is
That's
I mean,
all.
the room is
what's it
right,
called? The Imposter or something?
the disaster
the-
artist.
whatever the fuck
but the
it's called.
room is like 10 years old. So we make it down to this rental
And it has
house.
this huge cult following for some
and
fucking reason.
and I had a few beers. And I'm like, all right, let's watch it. And it is the fucking worst movie ever made, but in a way where it's watchable.
Right.
But and like at every scene, I'm questioning it. I'm getting more angry, and you know how I am. I'm just like getting more intense. I'm like, God damn it! I don't fucking stand what's going on here.
Angry Z.
That's why it's the worst.
So we watch the movie, and then we're debating it, and then he says we should go. We had more beer, and we're like, we should go see The Disaster Artist. It's in theaters. We found a theater that was playing it, so we bought tickets and we went down to Port Richey and we watched it. There was like only like 3 other people in the theater.
I just watched it.
So then we watched the movie that Franco made of the making of The Room, which made it even weirder. And then now, from that point on, I'm like obsessed with knowing everything about this guy.
About Tommy?
Yeah, and
Wiseau.
this whole story. I'm on YouTube all the time looking for interviews with Tommy Wiseau.
Well, it's funny because we were talking about it, and then in my Facebook feed, which somehow I got sucked into, I only really flip through Facebook when I'm shitting, and there was this episode of Space Ghost that Tommy Wiseau was on, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I'm pretty convinced that like Tommy Wiseau is retarded.
Yeah,
Like
he's like a hapless idiot.
like there's something like legitimately wrong with him, and I think everyone's just kind of exploiting that, which is funny to me. I mean, he's in on it, whatever, doesn't matter. I mean, he could be like Andy Kaufman. It could just be like that's like a big inside joke to him, like he's pretending to be retarded.
I think he's just foreign and
But where's he from? Because his accent is
from
like so
Poland.
it's so inconsistent. His accent is super
is
inconsistent.
he? I thought that was one of the mysteries that he.
Well, now that I know he's a Polak, it makes sense.
Come on,
Aren't they all retarded?
Hey,
Oh,
fuck you,
JK.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh wait, Cold Cut's wife's from Poland.
Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, doggy.
Hi, doggy.
There are a couple scenes in that movie that are pure sort of comedic genius.
Oh, I'm
and that's
sure.
the one scene
I'm
that
sure.
they play every time they talk about it on the news. They play that one scene.
the high mark.
Well, they played the only funny scene in
like,
the movie.
hey,
But what's
Johnny,
so-
I didn't recognize you.
but what's
And
so
they're like,
funny-
how do you not recognize that guy?
What's so funny about the Space Ghost thing is there's this Johnny's trying to like talk to because they don't actually record it with Space Ghost. They just record a bunch of random questions and cut it in so it doesn't make sense. And he's all like trying to tell them like when to cut and stuff. And there's this part where he's talking and Space Ghost is talking over him the entire time. And I fell out of my chair. I was just laughing so hard. But on movies like The Room, it's split. It's either you love it or you hate it. There's no fucking in between. You know what I mean? On those kind of movies, there's literally no in between.
Right.
You love it or hate it. Take it or leave it. you
No,
know?
it's true.
I don't know.
Because I mean, like you could say, okay, on a different level, Napoleon Dynamite. I know people that hate it. I know people that love it. But there's never anyone that's like, it's okay. Like I hated Napoleon Dynamite the first few times I saw it. Now to me, it's one of the funniest fucking movies.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it now.
Dude, it's hilarious.
And I'm kind of interested in watching The Room
It's
again.
completely inane. You know.
I don't. For some reason, I don't have any interest of watching The Room now because at the end of The Disaster Artist, they do a side by side of the scenes.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of scenes that they do. It's at least probably like almost 5 minutes, I think, of side by side views, and they did a really good
Spot
job.
on.
At mimicking.
You ever watch The Goldbergs?
Of course, yes.
The Goldbergs is one of the funniest TV shows I've ever seen. But it's all based on. Have you seen it? Cold Cuts. No. It's based in the 80s. It's like about all the shit this kid Adam lived through. It's his show as an adult now. But there's a lot of side by sides at the end of that where they talk about a bunch of random shit or they recreate stuff literally based off of VHS tapes he shot as a kid. And the side by sides are like almost flawless. Like they're fucking so spot on. And it makes you love the show even more because they're so true to like the original source material. It's really great. You got to see it. It's hilarious.
The last one I was actually kind of
Go to dinner.
Right. Well, no. The one before that, the Golden Girls one.
Oh yeah.
Where they had it seemed like it was far-fetched because a lot of these, it seems like most of the episodes of the Goldbergs, they just take everything and make an episode out of it. They have a Batman episode, they have a Transformers episode, just whatever from the 80s, they take it. And when they had the Golden Girls, I thought that was far-fetched, but at the end of the episode, the mother rounded up
His
three
mom.
girls to make a Golden Girls, and at the end of the episode, they showed the four mothers in the episode
The original.
at like the next table. I'm like, no shit.
And it was his actual mom
Right.
and her actual friends that were the quote unquote Golden Girls from the 80s. So they were literally mocking them with new modern actresses, but they were actually there sitting at the table behind them. It was genius. Fucking genius.
Is this the one with Jeff Garland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hilarious, dude.
I gotta
That guy's
watch it.
great.
I'm just so behind on TV.
Because I grew up in just outside of Philly, and my mother worked kind of outside of where this whole thing is supposed to take place.
Because I'll actually watch the Golden Girls.
I mean, they show like malls in the 80s. I mean, it's not too in your face for the 80s. But
I don't know.
Like that 70s show was like, it's the 70s. Like the Goldbergs is like, Adam will wear like, an 80s film, TV, movie shirt. And
They must
stuff.
be doing the best because at first they would just, they'd have something 80s related and then they just go on with the episode. Now they're having episodes that are just kind of with whatever specific topic that they're doing that time. But I wanted to point out the Goldbergs, something they do on the Goldbergs that really annoys me, and they do it on lots of shows in history, is they'll have a character that has a special talent and they'll somehow try to
It annoys me that almost every
crowbar it
episode,
in there. So the girl on
what's
there,
her name? Erica?
right? And she used to be
Sings.
Apparently, she was on
The Voice or something.
not The Voice, but something
American
like that.
Idol.
One of those.
She was on
shows.
some show where she sings and plays guitar. So every chance they get to have her play and
Right.
sing and play guitar on the show, I'm always like, literally, it was the one where she was in college and she was, no one will like you. No one, you got to get up and play a song. And she played a song, and I was like, dude, she got to fucking sing in every goddamn episode. Like, we get it.
It
She can
drives me
fucking sing.
nuts. It drives me nuts.
I want
on,
Big Tasty to rap more because that is the
Yes.
best part of the fucking show. One of my favorite characters on the Goldbergs is Uncle Marvin,
He's great. Yeah,
and he's played by
I don't know his
by
name,
what's
but
his
he had
name?
a DeLorean.
Yes. His name is man, I know his fucking name. Oh well, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
I'll think of it. He totally cracks me up.
But I always call that Claire Huxtable syndrome because they always used to try to make Claire Huxtable from the Cosby Show sing.
Oh really? Was she a singer?
I believe so in some way, shape, or form.
Huh.
She had a decent voice, but they always try to get her to sing. Or even Uncle Jesse in Full House.
Oh God, yeah.
There was a scene, I think he played guitar and some stuff, but there was one scene where all of a sudden you hear the drums and he's playing just out of nowhere. There's a drum set. He's playing the drum set.
But he never played anything.
In,
he has like
in
no
Full
mus-
House.
But he
plays drums for the Beach Boys.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
John Stamos?
he plays drums for the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Come on. Get
No,
the
yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
outta
yeah,
here.
for real.
Seriously,
Dan Fogler was his name.
he was in the Kokomo video.
Uncle Marvin is Dan Fogler. He's fucking hilarious. He was in that movie about the ping pong. What was it called?
Balls of Fury?
Balls of Fury.
Yeah, he was in that. He cracks me up.
What's the name of the guy in that movie who was also in
Christopher
Big Trouble in
Walken?
Little China?
Is it James?
Egg Chin.
Yeah. No. He was,
James Wong or something. He played
Lopan.
Lopan.
He was
Yeah.
Lopan.
Yeah, he's been in so much shit, dude. He's been in a bunch of MacGyver episodes too.
Mr. Barton. Now you will die, Mr. Barton.
Ryan
I love
seems
that
to
movie.
think that Jack Burton is not the hero in Big Trouble in Little China. What do you
He's
think?
not. He's the sidekick. He thinks he's the hero. Granted, he happens to kill Lopan out of fucking dumb luck, but he thinks he's the hero. But he's actually Huang is actually the fucking.
It's not.
He's the
dumb
hero.
luck.
It's a buddy flick. Mm-hmm. They're buddies.
They're buddies. They're bosom buddies.
He's totally watching it totally different than the rest of the world.
Right. Because without either one of them, they don't accomplish the mission.
Well, no, of course. But the person that actually winds up kicking the most ass and
Is
actually-
Egg Shen.
Well, yeah, Egg Shen actually, that's true. Yeah.
Without him, they don't beat anybody.
But this is a big argument around the world, apparently.
So it's a team effort.
Who's the hero of the film? And it's not Jack Burton.
No.
No.
It's not a hero story.
Okay.
It's a buddy flick.
Way to bring the podcast down.
Yeah, man, you pretty much just ruined my life.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You took one of the greatest movies of all time and just shit all over.
It is one of my top few movies, man, hands down. I saw that shit in a theater. It changed my life. It's the only reason I can eat Chinese food. No, that's not true.
I remember watching that movie as a kid and then actually going to Chinatown in San Francisco and being freaked out that all of a sudden we were going to turn, because I was on one of those little buses, you know, they take you around.
The guys in the big
And we
straw
were gonna
hat.
turn in-
Was Egg Shen driving you
Then
around?
we were going to turn into an alley and then they were going to start fighting.
A guy with laser beams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look out for the storms.
the three storms.
It's Lopan.
Yeah, I can see it.
Bring me the girl with the green eyes.
Girl with the green eyes.
Genius. So here's what I don't get about Big Trouble in China. Okay, this is the one thing I've always had a problem with, and it's one of my favorite movies. So Lopan needs a girl with green eyes, and they get, you know Wang's girlfriend, Miao Ying. She's an Asian girl with green eyes.
Yeah.
And then the reporter chick, played by
Gracie
Gracie
Kim
Law.
Cattrall.
Yeah, Kim Cattrall. She plays Gracie Law. She's the reporter. She has green eyes too. So in the movie, he's like, "Oh, two girls with green eyes." It's like motherfucker. If you could have had a white girl with green eyes, you would have been fucking human like 1,000 years ago. Like,
Is it that rare?
Wasn't it?
no.
Wasn't the time?
But how come Gracie Law's green eyes were acceptable in addition to Miao Ying's?
Well, maybe
Because he had to marry the girl,
Right.
and then also kill her. So he figured, oh, I can marry Miao Yang and kill the other one.
But what I'm saying is, Miao Ying could have been completely moot.
He needed to murder the girl with green eyes as well as marry her. So he figured he could have the best of both worlds.
I know that, but I thought it had to be an Asian girl with green eyes. And
It did, to marry.
It did. Right. So what the fuck does Gracie Law? She's not Asian.
You're trying to pick plot holes.
I'm just saying.
I don't think it had to be an Asian girl.
Because an Asian girl with green eyes is like insanely rare. So I thought he had to wait a
I know, but
lifetime.
they
But I
never-
don't think that was part of it, though. I think they just said a girl with
dude,
green eyes.
they could have found any fucking girl with green eyes.
They never defined it in the story.
Right.
What the rules?
But I'm just
the
saying, like,
fucking rules
the one
were.
thing that always bothered me is like, oh, so he found another girl with green eyes, but she's not Asian. So he literally could have found any girl with green eyes and accomplished
you know what?
this plan like
no.
weeks prior. You know what I mean?
No. The reason,
Granted, it's in the script,
No,
I
but there's
guess.
a scene where they qualify the girls. Remember the sword scene where they both go up and it
Yeah.
touches and he gets all excited.
Oh yeah.
Both qualify for the ceremony. If she would have just dropped down and fucking died, they would have been like, all right, I only got one girl. So it didn't have to be an Asian girl.
So
because
it could-
both of them made that, you know.
So he should have been
The
going through.
dragon's
He
eyes.
should have been going through a girl a day.
But he probably didn't know. He probably thought it had to be Chinese.
Oh, maybe.
So he'll.
And that's why he got all excited. He had this little Asian bone. He's like, yeah.
So his
little bone.
So the
She tamed the fly.
I don't remember them saying
Exactly.
anything about having to kill her afterwards. That was part of it.
Yeah.
So
Did he have
he'll-
to eat her too?
So the plan was to kill one and
Yeah.
do sex. To
Marry
the other
one and fuck one.
Yeah.
Kill one, murder one, whatever. Marry, fuck, kill. Is that how it goes? if I had
There's
to
only
marry,
two.
fuck, kill, I would marry BLT. I would fuck you, and I would kill myself.
What's
That's
the
how it
reason?
works. There is no reason.
I do.
So let me ask you guys a question. I want to do a segment on the show called Fatherly Advice. And basically, it's going to be the terrible things my father has said to me over my lifetime. And he said a lot of fantastic things to me throughout the course of my life that I still carry with me today. And maybe they're lessons, or maybe they're just the most repulsive things you've ever heard in your life. But still, the reason I'm such a huge piece of shit is because I grew up with this. And so I'm going to do something real quick. I want to tell you guys something that my father told me repeatedly throughout the course of my not necessarily childhood, but once I hit my teens and I started bringing home girls and stuff, which he was surprised. He thought I was gay for some reason. Maybe he was just being a dick. I mean, I don't really. Maybe it's because I brought BLT home one day. He was like, "Oh, this guy's totally gay."
Well, didn't you have like your lip pierced or like just
I've
below
had
your
several
lip?
piercings. Yeah, Yeah, I've had him over the years.
Your dad's a manly guy.
Oh, you did have the stack of Playgirl magazines.
Well, yeah, that's why I slept on them. Yeah, that was my bed was made of Playgirl magazines.
and beat off to them.
Actually, my bed was made out of crunchy socks.
Crunchy baseball hats.
Was that where you
catalogs?
Was that where you finished?
No, I would just roll over and jizz on a sock and then sleep on it.
Where would you?
You'd
finish?
wake up and it'd be stuck to you.
When you were younger, where would you finish?
Where would I finish?
Yeah,
Typically in the shower, I guess.
that was your place of
For a while.
where it
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, for a while. Why? Where did you finish?
I was just curious. Into paper towels.
Oh, well, that seems nice and tidy. Anyway, so all right. Here's one of the biggest things my father had told me. That still rolls with me, and I say it to my girlfriend all the time, and every time I do, she kicks me in the dick. So he would always say to me, "You know what, man? Grow up, date a girl, fucking get married. But I'll tell you something right now: eating ain't cheating."
That's a fucking Steel Panther song.
It is, yes, I know, coincidentally. But my father
They got it from your dad.
would say that shit all the time.
Man, he wrote that song.
I am fucking convinced that motherfucker lives by those fucking words. I'm telling you right fucking now, dude. Eating ain't cheating. Which means you can get married, you can have a girlfriend, some chick wants to blow you in a shitty dive bar in your car. That ain't cheating. Because all she's doing is eating. You know what I mean? How do you guys feel about that?
You mean, do I agree, or do we think it's good advice?
Either. I don't know.
Actually, I want to backtrack real quick, and I think next time you do this, you need to give us three horrible things, and we have to pick which one is the one that your dad said.
Which one is true?
Yes.
Oh, that's an even better thing. Yeah. No, that's a good one for real.
Yeah, because what he said isn't that horrible. I mean, it's some practical advice.
No, you say that to a woman that you're dating, it's horrible.
Hey, babe, come on, eating ain't cheating.
Coming from my father, I'm not surprised, like at all.
It's
know?
hilarious, but it's definitely words I don't personally. I'm not going to live by those words.
I always thought it was kind of funny, but like if I had a friend that was like eating ain't cheating, I'd be like, you're stupid. But when your dad bears down on you and goes, look, eating ain't cheating, it's fucking creepy. I'm like, oh, okay, Dad.
How old are you when he said this?
I don't know, 13, 14, 15.
How many times did he say it?
Man, I heard that shit all the goddamn time.
So he was really trying to impart this knowledge to you, like a warning or something. It was really important to him.
Well, first of all, I'm going to back up here and give you a little history of my father. My father's fucking insane, okay? He was in Vietnam. He loves to talk about it. He's told me some of the most horrific things I've ever heard in my entire life. And a lot of people, that have been in war for, a year or two. He went to Vietnam. He was drafted. He did, he was mostly a field medic, but he did special mission stuff, tunnel rat shit, because he was a little motherfucker. Dude loves talking about it. He gets this glimmer in his eye, like, I would go back tomorrow. I'm just like, fuck, dude. So there was actually a point to where I was trying to sit down with him every now and then and just record. Because you ask him one question about Vietnam and it turns into like this fucking 4-hour conversation. And I just wanted to record as much as I can and just write a book about how fucking
There's still
crazy
time.
my
There's
dad
still
is.
time.
I don't know. I don't know if there's still time.
I have a recorder in there, little pocket recorder I'll give you. Just, hey, Dad, how's it going?
And then
hey, it's me.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to transcribe it all into a book and write a book about just fucking how crazy my dad is. I mean, you've met my father. You both have.
Sure.
I mean, I haven't spent much time with him. I mean, he was very nice to me when
I mean, yeah, he's a nice guy up front, but he's a little fucking out there for sure.
He's very quiet. The couple of times that I've met him.
Considering the way
He's not a fan of Jews.
Considering the way you're dressed right now with the camo shorts and the camo kipper, you should record those stories and we should reenact them. And you play your father wearing this outfit.
My father's not Jewish.
We'll have the redneck AR-17 made out of PVC pipe, and we'll walk you back to the jungle over here, and we'll reenact your dad in Vietnam.
What the fuck is an AR-17?
Isn't that what it's
AR-15.
called? AR-15, whatever.
AKA M16 military
fucking
issue.
know about
It's fine,
guns.
whatever, man. Fuck you.
Fucking Rambo.
And we'll YouTube you recreating the stories as your father. But then we'll have your father narrate them over top.
Oh, so I'll record them and then I'll just like
drunk history.
but me reenacting like the terrible shit my dad has said on a recording.
Right.
That's actually kind of
And
genius.
Greg will play the Vietnamese hooker that he rapes
Oh, me love
in the
you long
village.
time.
Yeah.
BLT will.
You got black snake. Oh.
Oh, did I just say your? Sorry.
You know what? You know
there's a
what?
beep on
You
that
know
one.
what? I'm making a executive decision. I'm Greg.
No.
Oh,
you did not just
shit.
fucking. Are you shitting me right now?
Oh
I'm not.
shit.
I'm still going to call you BLT though.
That's fine.
How about you, Cold Cuts?
Nope. I'm between jobs right now.
That's the best time to let it loose, my man.
Nope.
All right, cool. Well, so now if we accidentally say your name, then it's okay. Until next episode, he's gonna be like, guys, I regret saying my name. Can we go ahead and replace all
horrible
those?
idea.
Can we replace all the recordings online with some beeps? That'd be great.
You
Now
guys are missing an incredible opportunity here.
So wait, now
Now I guess we can.
now people know your name is Greg. Are we
Yeah.
just gonna come out and say that
We are
Copper Bones?
Copper
I mean,
Bones.
yeah.
Oh,
This is
man.
the opportunity you've missed the whole time.
Holy shitballs. All right, well, I'm Ryan, and this is Greg from Copper Bones, and we are terrible fucking people, so welcome to Naughty Time.
Does that mean I can play the music behind the?
I guess so.
It's mainly Ryan's a horrible person. I just tag along.
Yeah.
I'm just
No,
some
I
guy
don't-
they met on the street.
I don't believe that. That's the reason
I
you're not.
certainly don't hang out with these motherfuckers.
That's the reason you're not wearing pants, Cold Cuts. There's actually another reason we've called you Cold Cuts.
What's that?
Because you're not wearing pants. Oh, whatever, dude. Shut up.
I don't get that.
All right,
one.
so man, you don't get much, do you?
Nope.
Oh, hey. No, yeah, how far into this are we?
About 30 minutes.
Is it a beer time? Beer break?
Yes.
Now for a word from our sponsor.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go.
That's me. How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Are we rolling?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with creator of the room, Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, hey, my name is...
Creator of the room.
Let's... give me cue, please.
Settle, roll tape, and action.
Okay, hey, everyone.
Hey everyone.
Hello, all the viewers. Now
Hello
you
to
can
all
see
my
the
viewers
room.
in my
It's on
room,
the
where
schedule.
symbolism is
If
so
you see for
important
the
to our
first
everyday
time, I
existence,
encourage you to
particularly
see
around the Statue
several
of Liberty
times
and
so
the
you
Grand
discover
Canyon,
yourself
which I've
as
been to
well.
on a
You
donkey.
discover
Let me tell you what I did
certain
today.
symbolism within the
I
room.
bought a new
You
car
can
and took
also
my mom for a ride.
watch it.
I drove.
And we're back. I feel like we have to do that now, right? So apparently, Copper Bones is a band. We're a two-man band. We're assholes, and apparently our music is playing right now.
Yep.
I don't hear it,
Turn it up.
but apparently our viewers can hear it. So there you go.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
You don't want to plug anything? Do you have an album for sale?
Yeah, we have an album called Exhibit A for sale.
It's actually free.
Yeah, actually, no. Well, we have LP, a really cool LP, splatter orange and black LP. But this whole podcast isn't a fucking advertisement for our band, and I said advertisement that way on purpose. I was never gonna bring up the band until Greg was just like, "Okay, fuck it, just say who I am." So yeah, anyone viewing us,
Any viewing
any of our viewers,
viewers? Or listeners?
copperbones.com, you get all that all the dirt on us there if you'd like. But on another note,
The suspense is killing me.
no, I wanted to be as quiet as long as possible.
That was a lot of dead air.
Yeah, that was a very pregnant pause. That's like an Octomom pause.
Octomom?
What?
Yeah, because you have a pregnant pause, like you speak and you're like, and then there's just this is how a pregnant pause is like an extra long pause. That was an extra long pause, so it was an Octomom pause because she's pregnant 8 times.
No,
She had
was
8
pregnant.
babies.
She was pregnant once.
Well, pregnant once, but she had 8 babies. So
She was pregnant twice actually because she had I think
That's true.
6 or maybe twins.
4
the first
the
one.
first time, and then 8
It
the
was
second
something
time, or something
crazy.
fucking ridiculous. I would still bang her.
Didn't she do a porn?
Yeah.
She did a self porn.
A self?
A single. It was just her.
Just a masturbation
Yeah.
video.
Oh, even
Yeah.
worse.
I don't know, man. I'm into it. It's all good. Whatever.
I'll be looking that up later.
I want to say, like, didn't Bang Bros do like a video for her or something?
Play that during the commercials. Well, the worst part about it was that Vivid.
Oh, you watched it?
I think I saw a clip,
Oh.
but
Was it arousing?
it was no.
I mean, she's trying to look like Angelina Jolie. Wasn't that her thing? But it was
Well,
not.
she
It was
kind-
not done very well.
She kind of does it in a way, but definitely not like her. But anyway, so
I
she
get it, whatever.
she got offered over $1 million to do a porno on Vivid, and she said no, I'm not gonna stoop that low. And then things got bad, and
And she stooped that low.
it wasn't. She didn't get offered $1 million the
It
next
wasn't an
time.
offer at
They're
that
like,
point, yeah.
all right, we'll give you $50.
Well, this is a good transition to something funny I found out yesterday. Apparently, guys that are married to women sometimes still wear rubbers when they bang their wives. Is that like a thing? Do you, Cold Cuts? Do you wear a rubber when you bang your wife?
No.
You go in raw?
Oh, yeah.
As Peter said yesterday. By the way, we were on a podcast yesterday called Scotch and Good Conversation with our friend Peter Von Deborski. Great dude, great podcast. You should check it out. And he actually used the term go in raw. So apparently he had always worn a condom when he had sex with his wife because he was just deathly afraid of knocking her up. And my friend over here, apparently,
It seems more real now that my name's out there.
yeah,
but-
and BLT over here actually wears a condom when he has sex with his wife because she's not on the pill. She's got a lot of allergies and stuff. Not that anybody needs. I'm sorry, not probably too TMI, right? But my girlfriend is on the pill to regulate her period. Without it, her period's all fucking out of whack, right? But I am, and I've always been, the master at pulling out.
You're the pullout king.
Yeah, that's what he called me yesterday for sure. But you have a daughter, and you're married.
Let me tell you.
Was she planned?
Yes.
Okay.
I was very good. I'm like you. I'm very good at pulling out. Really good.
I know you are.
Incredible good.
I know you are.
Okay.
You've never
And
got
let
me pregnant.
So when we decided to have a child, and we were just, I was just like not pulling out, which by the way was really awkward. It was weird. I'm like, I'm not used to this. It's really hard to get a girl pregnant. Maybe
It's
that was just
harder-
my circumstance, but it was really hard to get a girl pregnant.
I kind of feel I've never had a close call my entire life. I kind of feel like maybe I'm shooting blanks, you know?
I've heard of plenty of people who have children that they
Took a lot of work.
that they attribute to the pullout method.
Really? Well, I also know that for a woman's cycle, like the week after her period ends is kind of like free game, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm sure there's women out there that are like, fuck no, you dumbass. But that is like the safest point to do it.
We were trying to,
And there are times where I have, ejaculated inside of a vagina
and nothing happens.
and nothing happens.
He's right. Because
And it does feel weird.
You actually
It does
have to
feel
be
weird.
pretty lucky for that to happen.
Or really,
And I think maybe
unlucky.
when
I
you're
guess.
younger, I guess when you're younger, there's more active sperm and you have a better chance.
Yeah.
But we didn't start trying until like we were in our mid 30s. So I
Yeah.
mean, we were fighting uphill, and we did all the optimal conditions, and it still took a bunch of tries.
Well, a lot of that's also stress too. I know when you're trying, people try forever and ever, and they're like, oh, we
They
can't
stop
have
trying.
kids, and they stop trying. All of a sudden, they have kids.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something.
Yeah, it's funny. We have a really good friend who his parents kept trying to have kids and they couldn't. So they actually adopted. And then when they stopped trying, they had him. So we call him the miracle baby. And the most ironic fucking thing is him and his wife were trying and they couldn't have a kid. So they did all this like in utero, whatever it's called, where they stick like a magic wand in your vagina and babies pop in there or whatever. And then they stopped trying and then she got pregnant. So not only is he the miracle baby, they had their own miracle baby, which is just fucking mind blowing to me. You know what I mean?
No,
But-
I don't.
Jesus.
I don't. I have one child. I'm not trying again.
No.
But I haven't bought a condom since I was single.
I think the last one I bought was in high school, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah. So I mean, no offense to my main man over here. But,
I don't take offense to it.
But what I'm saying is like, even though you're wearing a condom, all right. So you hear all these stories about, oh, this girl, she got her first period and then she had sex. The first time she ever had sex, she got pregnant. I'm like, that's pretty fucking unlucky.
Yeah.
Because first of all, the kid she was sleeping with was probably her age and was just, he had no idea that pulling out was a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I hate when you hear like, oh yeah, I was banging this chick last night and I was wearing a condom. It's like, dude, just because you're wearing a condom doesn't mean you should leave it in there and jizz inside you. You shouldn't just fill the condom full of jizz because, you know, what if it like comes out of the condom? Like, you're still in there. Like, you still have to pull out whether you're wearing one or not. That's what I subscribe to. I'm just saying. Like
that was a girl's episode.
Like
she said, "What happened?" She's like, "What about what comes out of the sides?"
But
see,
I didn't get
I don't watch that.
the whole pullout thing. Like was accentuated by porn because you watch any porn, you know, they're all pulling out. So you kind of like you go, okay, this is like what you're supposed to do.
Well, the pulling out is where all the fun happens,
right?
Yeah,
and you see like you kind of it gets ingrained in your. It's like, you know, as a teenager, you're like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do,
right.
And
Absolutely.
you got to be fucking dumb as shit to not know that, okay, if you ejaculate in a woman, the chances of getting pregnant are going to be higher than if you don't.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised how many people are not aware of that. There's a lot of very unaware people out in the world right now.
This is why pornography can save the world.
But like I said, pulling out is where all the fun stuff happens. You're like, where's this going to go? Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I could go for like a belly button shot, but, you know, hit her in the fucking eye. Like, I could have superpowers that day. I've been taking zinc, you know, like fighting off a head cold. Peter North says zinc is his magical secret.
To what? Having
bucket loads at a time.
That's his thing. Bucket loads.
He's the beer can.
Yeah. Well. So anyway, I'm sure there's plenty of guys out there that have to wear condoms when they have sex with their wives because they're just too afraid of getting her pregnant.
It's gotta be awful.
Because I don't want to have kids. Neither does my girlfriend, which is fine, you know. But you know, in his situation,
yeah, unfortunately, it's nothing that we both want a chance. I mean, I get, you know,
especially if she's not on birth control,
and technically condoms aren't 100% as well, but it's the next best, you know. I think it's.
Can I tell you a secret? Yeah. When I go to your house, I found the box and I stabbed I took a needle and I stabbed through fucking every single one of them.
That would explain things. I'm expecting.
Butt babies. No, but seriously, I never knew that until yesterday. I didn't know that was like a thing for like married couples. I thought that was basically you meet a chick at a bar. Of course you're gonna wear a condom because who fucking knows where she's been, right? And she doesn't know where the fuck I've been either. So I mean, it makes sense, you know.
Well, that's just talking STDs, and obviously, if you're married, you shouldn't have. Obviously, technically have to worry about it, but definitely got to worry about.
It's funny because I watch that 70s show like every night. I watch a couple episodes because I think that show's really funny, and it's just kind of like my zone out thing. I watch at the end of the night before I go to bed, and I've probably watched the series like 5 fucking times. Like, but his parents, then whenever they're getting busy, there's an episode where Red tries to steal condoms from out of Eric's drawer. Mm-hmm. And I never really put 2 and 2 together until yesterday when we had this conversation that, oh, well, they're middle-aged and they don't want the risk of having another baby either. So I guess it makes sense. I just thought the whole point of marriage is like, oh, we get married, but I don't need a rubber anymore. Bang, let's fucking make it happen.
That's how I see it.
I mean, that's pretty much how Christians subscribe, right? They get married just so they can fuck, and then whatever happens.
Can we bring up Paul Sikora to ask him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of which, who?
Paul Sikora from Minneapolis.
Secora. Yeah. World's largest Prince fan. I wonder if he contemplated suicide when Prince died.
Is that one of your friends or
no?
Who the hell is
no?
He was my roommate in 1995.
Cold Cut's old roommate.
And when we both went to Full Sail, we were actually in the same class. And so
they're class holes.
So we were all hanging out, and he was the world's largest Prince fan. He had a closet full of Prince bootlegs, cassettes, and VHS tapes. He would apparently listen to over and over again.
So, well, first of all, when you go to Full Sail, because you're from Clearwater or whatever, and he was from Minneapolis,
yeah,
where Prince was from. So naturally, he's a huge Prince fan. When you go to Full Sail, they just randomly, they try to hook you up with a roommate that makes sense. I guess they probably don't give a shit now, but at the time, you're both piano players. You're both in music production, so they had stuff in common. And then it got really fun.
Oh, my God. Describe what his hair looked like. He had the most perfect mullet.
He had MacGyver hair.
Yeah.
to a fucking
Oh my
T,
God,
bro.
yeah.
MacGyver from the 90s.
And who did this-
Richard Dean Anderson, right? Is that his name?
this was his thing, right? This thing with his
Yeah,
hands.
he did the dove's cry, the Prince hand thing.
Oh my God! Every picture I have of him, he's doing that.
So this guy was like, this guy Paul Sikora, Seykora,
From Minneapolis.
He was like super Christian. I mean, like fucking every fucking weekend he was
Well,
at
he
church.
said he was.
Well, no, he was.
He said he
No,
was.
he was, but he's like the typical, like misguided Christian. Like, I'm super Christian, but I'm still gonna try to fuck chicks. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
So we were pretty.
it's kind of a crutch at this point.
We were
you know what I mean?
assholes.
Yeah, it's a
and,
crutch.
And we were in a band and we were fucking around doing all kinds. I mean, he was like very conservative and he just like almost shamed us for what our behavior.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he was very straight and narrow. And he went. He joined a church as soon as he came into town, and he was playing organ in that church. And he met a good Christian girlfriend, and he would he had like a keyboard like that in his room, and he would just play this kind of earthy church music and stuff in there.
Listen to Prince bootlegs.
Yeah, and by
pretty
the
sure
end of
he
the year, by
masturbated
the
a
time
lot.
we started hanging out, he kind of loosened up a little bit until that one time.
Yeah, I remember we were drinking like Slurpees when Bacardi and stuff, and
then we
were
got him
eating
drunk
Cubans.
at the bowling alley, and he finally confessed.
Yeah, he did fucking
that
confess.
he was a piece of shit too.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I know, like, I'm not supposed to have sex till I'm married, but I've actually slept with like 3 girls and all this shit or whatever. How many? I don't remember what he
But
said.
he just kept telling these stories, and our jaws were on the floor. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Because he was like super Christian. So we're just standing there like, are you fucking for real? Because he got drunk. So he started coming clean. So long story short, he wound up banging Cold Cut's girlfriend at some point.
Well, we were broken up. So there was actually like our group was like Seinfeld. We had I was like George.
You are George.
You were like Jerry, and he was like Kramer, and then she was like Elaine.
Yeah.
And we'd all go out and do stuff, right? But I wasn't dating her at the time.
You were dating me.
Should we tell her name? No, I'm not gonna tell her.
No, don't say her name. Fuck.
Why can you say Paul's name?
Well, because
He's a piece of shit.
Fuck it, whatever, dude. Google.
So
him.
we'd go out and stuff, and then I found out, later that she would come around and sneak into through his window into his room, and they'd have sex, with me sleeping in the next room, and I mean,
Yeah.
it really wasn't that big of a deal, on the fact that they were concealing it, and the fact that he was dating a girl from his church, and they were going to get married.
Oh, he was obsessed.
But he was
with
like,
her,
he was
dude.
banging her in like the most disgusting fucking ways. Like
And this girl at his church wouldn't sleep with him because she was
right, yeah,
Christian,
she
quote
was
unquote.
super
Wait,
conservative.
which ways are you talking about?
They were just doing all kinds of dirty shit in there,
yeah.
like ATM, like fucking everything.
Oh,
What?
Yeah,
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I didn't know it about the ATM.
yeah.
wow.
So wait, she was
They were just
so
experimenting
she was
like crazy. in
she
there.
was pegging him and he was licking it
Oh
clean.
god, he was doing everything.
Wow.
He was tapping into his inner Prince. I think that's really what it was. He had heard so much about sex with Prince, and he's just like, I gotta fucking take it out on somebody.
Well, that's all Prince fucking ever sang about: eating pussy and having sex
Right,
and
right,
masturbation.
right.
But then he was born again, and he's like, "I'm gonna change all the lyrics." I'm like, "Are you? You're a fucking genius musician. Prince is fucking genius. Like that motherfucker is probably one of the most amazing musicians ever on earth, right?"
he was.
And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna change all my lyrics and everything." And everyone was just like, "Are you fucking for real, dude? For real?"
I didn't know he got born again. I thought he was already.
He was Jehovah.
That's right. He was Jehovah.
Yeah. So there go birthdays.
But that was new. That was new. Like he.
No, that was there for a long time, but he never talked about it.
Right.
And somehow, somewhere, he was just like going to adhere to it, or not born again or whatever the fuck I said. But it just everything changed. But then I think he kind of like went under the radar for a while, and that just kind of went away.
I don't remember there being a all of a sudden he started changing and stuff. I know that happened with like Dave Mustaine.
Dave Mustaine,
What?
Megadeth.
From Megadeth.
Dave Mustaine, he's born again, right?
Oh,
He is
really?
born again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, not only are the new albums disappointing, but yeah, you're like, oh, Dave Mustaine's singing about all this creepy metal, heavy metal. Well, you know what's funny? It's fucking. I love Slayer. Slayer's one of my favorite bands. You go to fucking see Slayer live. For one, they fucking kill it, right? Inverted crosses all over the place. Like, we're fucking metal. We worship the devil. All this shit. You know what I mean? And then at the end, Tom Arai's like, God bless, good night. And I'm just like, are you for real?
Well, he's
For
religious.
real?
Tom's religious.
I know, and it fucking blows my mind. So it's literally, it's just all a fucking act. That's all it's ever fucking been. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny because Kerry King write majority? Him and Jeff would write the lyrics and give it to him to sing.
I want to say Jeff pretty much wrote mostly everything, and then when he died, Kerry King started writing mostly everything in the style of Jeff. You know, like 60% of what Jeff was capable of, but
right.
But yeah, Tom Arai at the end of the night, you know, all these inverted crosses, all like this super evil shit, you know, and then he's like, God bless, good night. Every fucking time it gets me, I'm just like, God damn, for real? Fuck, man. All right, whatever, dude. You know, I mean, it is what it is, and it's, you know, it's just, they're just songs, they're just words, it's just imagery. It's, people take that shit too seriously. Like Behemoth, they have an album called The Satanist, one of my all-time favorite albums, pretty much from the last few years, and they are fucking incredible live, like fucking incredible. You know, singing about all this satanic shit and all this crap, like Ghosts. You know, it's all tongue in cheek. It's all like, oh hey, Satan, because, you know, I mean,
sure.
If you really believe in God and the devil, okay, sure, take offense. But if you don't, it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. They're just lyrics in the song. Fucking Behemoth, man. Those dudes. I mean, I don't think he's really satanic. I mean, it's just, you know, I've seen interviews with him. He's a completely normal fucking dude. I mean, like, well, hands down, normal dude. But you know, it's just like you put up this persona, this image, like Copper Bones. Like, we are 100% fucking Satan. We are 100% fucking murder your neighbor. We might as well be fucking Norwegian death metal.
Do you think people
like fuck everybody?
Do you think that people are Satanists actually believe in Satan, or you think it's just rebelling against religion in general, and they'd rather just say, okay, I believe in Satan because the imagery is cool and I can piss off.
All right, well, here's the thing. I was raised Catholic, and you know, once I started going to public school in like 6th grade, I was just like, Catholicism, that's fucking evil shit. You know, like, holy fuck, the Catholicism really fucked up my brain. You know, we've been taught our whole lives, you fucking sin, you're going to hell, motherfucker. So they put this super scary imagery in your head, and you don't ever want to fuck up, right?
Well, that's how they get you.
But you know, Catholics are pretty much the worst anyway. So, my concept of God and the devil is neither exist really. But in the premise of the Bible, Satanism isn't about like murdering people and sacrificing animals and everything.
No, it's about self.
Well, no, yeah, God says love me first, and Satan says love yourself first. So you know, you got all these Church of Satan people. They're literally just about like, dude, I come first, my friends come first, my family comes first. I'm going to have sex, I'm going to fucking do drugs, I'm going to fucking have fun, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want.
Well, that's what I mean.
Christians are the opposite. They're like, I'm going to love you first, I can't fucking sin. If I shit my pants, I'm going to go to hell. Clearly, we're all going to hell.
You shit on your balls, too, so that's even worse.
Well, no, dude, every time. If you ever fucking explode in the fucking toilet like a fire hose out of your rectum? You literally sounds like it pissing out of your rectum.
Of course.
Dude, the back of your nuts don't have shit all over them?
No. What?
Well, mine must hang lower than yours. I'm just saying. Oh, speaking of which, not changing the subject.
Maybe they do, and I just don't.
Not to change the subject. He was
it.
just in Spain, and he sent me the best fucking text I've ever read in my life. You were like, dude, I just took the. I can actually. I think I screenshotted that motherfucker.
And you know what? I think I took a video of what the. So I guess from what Ryan's saying. So I was taking shit in the Spanish toilets, and I texted Ryan and I said, do you courtesy flush? And he said, of course, or sometimes.
When it's really bad, yeah.
And meaning you flush before you flush.
No, you take a huge shit and you're like, and it hits your nose. You're like, oh my god.
So you flush to minimize the smell in the room, or to minimize the stain on the toilet. It's courtesy.
Before all that stink gets out, like once it hits your nose, if it's terrible, you flush before it fills the room.
It's usually courtesy when you're in a public restroom to flush, you know, so this way the whole bathroom doesn't smell like shit.
Gotcha.
Courtesy flush.
But it's more fun to not flush.
So I'm used to it right now, and I do it fairly regularly. So I'm in Spain. I hit the flush button, and immediately my dick and balls get engulfed in shit water.
What?
Because I don't know if I don't know if it was that particular toilet, or if the I think it was that particular toilet, because it seemed like it came up towards the top, and yeah, so that happened, And so now I got to look in my.
So the water would have had to come up and engulfed your.
Yeah, it was
It
like
engulfed his cock and balls.
Yeah, my unit was.
So I guess the water level was higher in the toilet.
Hold on,
and he took this huge shit, and he's like, "Oh my god, this is terrible," because he's at his in-laws' house, right? So he flushes, and when it flushes, the water rises all the way up before it goes down, and it just engulfed his junk. Ooh. From what he tells me, and I'm trying to look it up right here because he sent me the perfect depiction.
Well, I took video of
Jesus!
No. I took video of just the of flushing the toilet. I'm trying to see if I
don't want to see your shit.
It's not my shit. That's the thing. I just flushed.
Okay. You needed to.
Yeah, I knew that.
Prove to people that
I knew
the toilet
eventually
was
this
busted.
would come up, and we'd have to talk about it either on here or someplace else.
He's 10,000 miles away, sitting on a toilet, and he goes, "I think we're going to talk about this in the podcast."
No, dude.
Well, no, not on the podcast.
No,
but
he texted to me, and I was like, "We are so talking about this," because he literally said it engulfed all of my junk. I'm trying to find it real quick because he was in. Oh, here it is. Okay, wait. Because all he did was Facebook message me when he was in Spain. Because all you had was Wi-Fi, I guess. Is that correct?
Yes. Right.
All right. Let me see. All right. Now we're just kind of.
Two dicks sitting on their phones.
Yeah, we're on our phones. So anyway, Cold Cuts and I could talk about something else while you look for it. And that's the sound of another beer opening. What are we drinking today, Cold Cuts?
Founders All Day IPA.
Oh, I found it.
Can't go wrong. Oh. Wait.
That's the
Can we
toilet.
at least get the sounds on here? Can we get the sounds of the flushing? Is there a groaning in there? It sounds like someone pouring a beer.
What does that look like?
Here, I'll show it to you.
Wait, you didn't? You said you don't want to see it. Now you do?
Well, is there shit in there?
No.
Okay.
Are your cock and balls in there?
See, it's from the front.
Look how high the water comes all the way up. That's crazy.
It does. Oh, okay. I see. So it kind of splashes you.
So he was literally sitting next to a bidet, and I was like, "How's a bidet over there?" He goes, "I don't know." And there's like a table on top of it. Oh my god! Yeah, that water level comes like.
It's like it's
that
a
looks
jacuzzi
like,
for your dick.
No, that looks like a fucking Wet and Wild ride. All you're missing is the inner tube.
It was definitely wet and wild, that's for sure.
But where's the verbiage you text me? You're like, it literally just engulfed my cock and balls. I think that's what you said.
I forget.
Not that we need the exact verbiage. I mean, we're kind of paraphrasing. That's fine.
Yeah, I'd have to find it. You guys can talk and I'll find it.
No, it's fine. That's what I thought we were doing. But anyway, we're drinking All Day IPA. We're also I'm drinking a Rome City by Brew Hub, which is one of my faves. They just won gold at the Great American Beer Festival in Colorado. And that says a lot considering how many IPAs were there that day. They're from Lakeland, the Brew Hub in Lakeland. Are we doing advertisements now?
No,
What
shut the fuck up.
Are they going to fucking pay me for this
No.
garbage bullshit? Oh my goodness. I need to literally fucking turn off my fucking phone because I get more fucking notifications and messages than I'm pretty sure Jesus did back in the day.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here.
Jesus was a BlackBerry guy.
Oh, read it to us.
Here,
Oh, you know what? Should we read the message we got on Copper Bones?
You can read it.
Oh, here we go. Do you ever courtesy flush while taking a shit? This is what he said. Yes, I do, especially if it's brutal. That's me. He goes, I did that here. The water was so powerful that my entire dick and balls were engulfed in shit water. And I said, all caps, OMG. And he said, horrible, period. And then I sent a GIF animation of a turd shitting a turd, 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 shitting a turd. And it says, the poop is pooping poop. So yeah, that was a highlight of his trip to Spain. He texted that to me, and I think I fell off the couch. I was just like, oh my God, I'm so going to talk about this.
My favorite thing about when we went to Germany was in the middle of the sort of downtown on the sidewalk, they had these porta potties that were, you pay like €5 and it would open up, the door would open like Star Trek.
In the red light district?
And it would open up and it would close and it would give you 3 minutes to do whatever you wanted. And no matter what the fuck you were doing in there, after that 3 minutes, that fucking door was opening.
Wait, this was just like on the side of the street? What?
On the fucking sidewalk, downtown Berlin.
What are they intended for?
Taking a shit or using the bathroom. It's just a fucking bathroom. Like,
oh, it's a bathroom. Okay.
With a fucking Star Trek door on it. But it was essentially a
does
giant.
It go? And then
but it was essentially a porta potty.
So wait. Are you about to tell us you fucking jerked off on one of those? And when the door opened, everyone in Germany was like, hello, cold cuts, and you're just like, I'm gonna put another $1 in here to close the door.
No, I think if you don't put any more money in it, it just opens the door after that time limit. And you're just fucking there.
So is it kind of like filling up your tank with gas? It's like you can't just put $5 in. You got to fill the tank. So this way you don't have to go back inside and top it off.
What?
I was like, what the fuck's he talking about?
No, you ever have to pay money for gas, and you have to go inside and you got to give them X amount. So some people say, "Oh, I'll put $5 in," and it just only gives you $5. And once you hit $5, that's it.
No, you put the money in, it starts the timer. That fucking timer's up, that door opens, and you're exposed to the world.
That's what I mean. So you need to say, okay, I'm going to go take a big shit. I'm going to pay twice.
Right, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Wait, so can you pay
It's
twice?
like a parking meter.
Can you pay twice to get 6 minutes?
You can get more minutes.
Because if you stick $3 in for 3 minutes, you better shit quick.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I don't like going to pay for gas and give them a $50 bill and then have to go back in. I like to say, here's 20
on 10.
But then, like, my tank's not full.
Have you ever heard of a credit card?
That's what I normally use.
Well,
that's why I brought up the
I can't tell you the
cash
last time I walked in and was like, hey, can I get 3 on 6?
I rarely do that. Or I can't remember the last time I did.
And then, you have to also be familiar with the gas tank. You're like, oh, wow, I have 3/4 of a tank. I'm not going to put $50 to
well, that's what I'm saying.
Tank.
Your ass is like the tank.
I mean, you're a Jew.
You got to know how much is coming out.
You're fantastic with money and numbers, so you should.
Well, that's why it all goes on the credit card.
You shouldn't have a problem with any of that. So
I get the points.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So there was something I was just about to bring up here. So you guys want to? I do this thing called Naughty Songs. I've been doing this for years. And
do you need a guitar for this or anything?
No. So what I do is I'll just get like this stupid, terrible, short songs in my brain, and I record them on my phone. And I literally probably have over 100 of these fucking songs, literally on my phone. And they're short. I sing it once or twice. I'm done. I've been thinking for years about putting out an album of just these terrible songs called Naughty Songs. So I'm going to sing you one of the first ones that I'd ever written. I had the T-Pain microphone at the time that does the autocorrect, the but I'm not even going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to sing the fucking song. And BLT's familiar with this one. You are probably not. This is one of the first Naughty songs I've ever written. And it goes a little something like this. I don't want no sauce unless it's on your pussy. Lick it off my balls. Now you're getting freaky. I don't want no sauce. Key change. Unless it's on your pussy. Lick it off my balls. And now you're getting freaky. Yeah. So my girlfriend loves that song, by the way. I actually have a recording I did about a month ago. We were drinking, we were staying in the kitchen, we were just fucking off. And I started singing it, and she started singing backups. So I have a recording of
she do the callbacks, like, lick it off my balls,
yeah,
lick it off my balls.
So when I wrote this song, I want to say BLT was there. And
yeah, I'm very aware of that.
And he knows this one inside and out. This is one of my oldest ones.
I almost tried to harmonize, but I knew I'd fuck it up.
I don't want no sauce unless it's on your pussy. Anyway, so that's probably one of my most famous ones to date. I do have probably 100 more you haven't heard. So I hope our viewers at home can walk around singing that for the next few weeks. If you liked it, if you hate it, you can always email us at naughtytimeshow.
You know what I'm going to do in post? I'm going to actually record a keyboard part underneath it.
Oh man,
yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So you may not have heard it when I sang it, but you'll hear it when I sang it.
Are you just going to do keyboard, or are you going to do the whole like drums and?
No, I'm just going to play like a Wurlitzer underneath.
How about just leave it the way it was where I sang it?
Yeah.
And then at the end, where you usually do like the guitar thing,
I'll copy it and put it over.
Just copy it, loop it, and then like add some some funk underneath it. You know what I mean?
Cold Cuts is a very talented musician. He can play.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Greg.
He is the best skin flautist I've ever met. Hey, thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Ooh. So anyway, if you guys ever want to hear a naughty song, just say, hey, naughty song, and I'll just pull one of the thousands I have out of my ass, and hopefully our viewers enjoyed it.
We need to I mean,
Because that's a good one. That's one of the good ones, right?
that's the classic one that I know. Again, I'll even every now and then I'll sing it to you.
Yeah, we're at band rehearsal sometime, and out of nowhere he's like, "I don't want no sauce."
That's,
I'm like,
that's your fucking sound check.
Okay,
Seriously.
it is now.
You're always like, check, 1, 2, micro check.
I don't want no sauce.
You really have to belt it out there for a sound check. That's for sure.
Unless it's on your pussy. I mean, there's just something about the word pussy sung like David Coverdale. You know what I mean? Like, pussy. It just makes it sound so much more fun.
But have you played for your dad the Eatin' Ain't Cheatin' song?
No.
You got to get him that CD.
I didn't know it was a fucking song. I've seen Steel Panther live, and I don't recall hearing that
It's
song.
a great song.
Is it?
Yeah.
He wouldn't get it.
It's going to be our outro.
Okay, perfect. That's fucking awesome. Dude, fucking all right. Outro song, Steel Panther, Eatin' Ain't Cheatin'. I mean, that makes perfect sense now. So how about some random advice that your parentals had given you? Go.
Oh my God.
Listen, my
Only shit in your pants if you're wearing a diaper?
My dad was so fucking lame though.
He was
only
a doctor though, right? What kind of doctor was he?
He was a podiatrist. He's a foot doctor. A foot doctor.
So so should I see a proctologist or podiatrist about getting a foot removed from my ass?
But
I want to say that was from Everybody Loves Raymond. I got to give credit where credit is due.
the ass man.
Yeah, the ass man.
That's Seinfeld.
That's Seinfeld, yeah. Anyway, have your parents ever given you some fucked up advice?
They might have. I really doubt it. My parents were pretty straightforward.
Your parents are cool. They're nice.
They're cool people. I have no complaints.
Yeah, they're nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have any great stories. I might be able to think of something funny that.
No, it's fine. Cold Cut's parents are pretty cool too.
I got no
Your
bit-
mom's fucking crazy.
Oh, way crazy.
Your brother's
Holy
a
shit.
fucking asshole, and your father apparently shits his pants. Isn't that gratifying?
He must be. That's why he's so happy all the time. Seriously, I see he's happier. He's the happiest I've ever seen him.
I'll be honest with you. I shit my pants last night, and it didn't make me happy. The only time I was happy about what happened last night, what transpired last evening, was the fact that I could fucking paint. I could,
Shit on your balls.
paint.
No,
I could
with-
paint your balls
with
with
shit
shit.
drops all over the floor with my fucking big toe. Ugh.
Toe
And
shit.
then at the same time, I'm screaming at my girlfriend, "Don't let fucking Lucy in here," because she eats shit. Last thing I need is her looking up my shit drops all over the goddamn floor. Oh God, I have a horrible life.
And with that,
Would it matter?
And with that, how far away into this are we?
35 minutes.
Into the second one?
No, how long's it been total?
It's over an hour.
Oh, so it's been about an hour now. So I mean, guess we should just say goodbye.
You seem to like to keep it an hour.
No, I kind of like the hour. I've had a few friends tell me they wish it were longer, but
That's what
they
she said.
don't really have a life, I guess. Well, that's my girlfriend.
I've had enough.
My girlfriend told you she wished it was longer. First of all,
And wider.
BLT and I have actually showered together. I know that sounds really gay. It actually kind of really was.
I was kind of rape showered, if that's a thing.
You were shower raped?
Yes, I didn't agree to this. All of a sudden, it just happened, and I couldn't make it stop.
Wow. When was this? Where
I'm
was
fucking
this?
dying, dude. So we were on a cruise with our friend. It was a bachelor party. We all went on a cruise for like fucking 5 days, and we had spent all day on the beach in the Bahamas. I was fucking shit faced, and we went back to the ship, and I had to pee really bad, and I was fucking sticky, and I was sunburned, and I was covered in sand because I was wearing a Speedo the entire day at the fucking beach. I'm the asshole that wore a Speedo, right? So I'm like, fuck, I gotta fucking rinse off. So I jump in the shower, and BLT is in the shower, butt ass fucking naked. Right?
This is a community shower?
No, in our cabin
In our
on
cabin.
the cruise ship.
Okay. So you busted open into his shower?
Well, no, first of all, I said, "Hey, dude, I got to piss." He's like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm in the shower," because there was like a shower curtain. So I open the door, I take a piss, and then I poke my head in the shower, and he's standing in the shower, butt fucking naked, right? Like cock and balls, just like, "Hey guys." So, and I was like, "Dude, I got to fucking rinse off." He's like, "Okay, well, I'll be done," and I just climbed in with him. I'm wearing a Speedo.
And those bathrooms on the cruise ships are notoriously small.
Yeah,
Oh no, dude, the
it was
shower.
very
The
small.
shower was literally just. We could have fit one more of our a fat motherfucker like me in there, and we would have been packed. We'd have been packed tight. You know what I mean? So he had his back to the
No.
shower. He had his back to the shower, and he was just standing there butt naked, and I poked my head in, and he just threw his hands up like, okay, whatever. And then I fucking climbed in, and he was just like, are you fucking serious? But I kept my butt to him. I didn't want to see if I didn't want to see.
Did your tips touch?
I don't believe.
I didn't want to see if he was getting bony. I didn't want to know.
I think something else happened.
But I left my Speedo on. If I had took my Speedo
I'm pretty
off,
sure
that would have been exceptionally
I'm pretty
gay.
sure we were face to face. I don't know.
We were at one point because I spun around. I wanted to rinse off my face, but I made sure to keep my Speedo on because it's not gay if you wear a Speedo.
I mean, I don't care if it's gay. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. I mean, fuck. I could have took my Speedo off. It would have been awkward, or not. Not to us.
Listen, didn't you take showers in high school with other kids?
I was kind of conflicted. No,
only with the gym
I
teacher.
never did. But I was kind of conflicted. So like I was shower raped, where I didn't agree to be naked in front of him, and he just comes in with a Speedo on. So I don't know if I feel worse that he wasn't also naked.
No, he's mad I was wearing a Speedo.
That's what I mean.
He wishes I was naked at this
You
point.
realize that's not the definition of rape, right?
I did not enter you, sir.
When you see somebody naked, that's not rape.
But when we got out, I took my Speedo off and I was like, look, dude, I'm naked too. And he was just kind of like,
No, we didn't.
And he was like,
He's rewriting history.
And he was like,
that didn't happen.
No, it actually did. And I was like, I've been wearing a fucking Speedo all day. I got to let my junk free. And he was literally in the mirror getting dressed. And he looked at me and he's like,
I'd be like, Ryan, you're a woman.
He's like, I'm totally not impressed.
No, that didn't happen.
That absolutely didn't happen.
That last part did not happen.
Oh, well, you were impressed?
I would have remembered seeing nothing but bush and no wiener.
What? Ooh, man, no, that's rough, dude. That
didn't happen. I've never seen you naked. I think I might have saw
I recall
balls.
having one foot up on the bed, like in the pirate rum commercial, whatever it is, with my junk hanging out, going, all right, I saw yours, you see mine.
I don't
remember.
I do remember when we were in the ocean, and you broke out the speed. So everybody,
they were all in the water. I was standing on the beach.
Yeah. So what happens? We go to the beach. There's about 5 or 6 of us, and one of our friends has a very tight
Sam.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say his name.
He has very tight shorts and this gold belt. The shorts, I think, were kind of pink plaid.
He literally had a fucking box gap, dude, like a girl.
They were pretty outrageous shorts.
It was so hot.
And then Steve had he had something similar, didn't he?
No, he was wearing regular shorts.
I could have sworn. No, his were pretty tight fitting shorts.
Yeah, but I mean they weren't like Sam's, were like super short.
So Ryan has on regular shorts.
First of all, they're all on the beach, and they're all in the water, and I'm standing up in the beach wearing just like swim shorts, looking totally regs, drinking beer because we stopped and got all this beer, and they're all like, "Come on, man, you got to come swim with us," and I'm like, "Okay," and they all look over at me. They're 50 yards away. They all look over at me, and I drop my fucking shorts, and I'm wearing a Speedo, and they all go, "Holy fuck!" So I just changed the game. You know what I mean?
So we have video of this, of when that happened, and everybody's freaking out, and he goes in the water, and the video that they have is an underwater camera, and the guy's putting it underwater. But so Ryan, I'm not sure if he purposely did it, but his ball sack was hanging out.
It was on purpose.
I figured
I whipped my balls out.
Yeah, so he puts it underwater, and all of a sudden you see his balls. But I guess what I was getting to, I'm pretty sure that's
we
one
have
of the only
we
times
have
I saw
video
your
of
balls.
us running down the beach in slow motion with children from Bahamas. Like, it is the most glorious footage ever shot on the beach in the Bahamas.
You got to post that.
You got to look it up.
We'd have to get permission from the others, but it's probably one of the best videos. There's like
pretty amazing.
6 or 7.
Download it from MySpace.
MySpace. Wow.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, there you
wow.
go. Wow, that's old school.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty amazing.
Well, I guess it was amazing because I was in it and I was pretty much naked, which I know our viewers dream about.
Well, not of the with the Bohemian kids. You were in the Speedo though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I guess, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. So this has been Naughty Time, episode number 3. And I don't want no sauce. You know what I mean?
I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
Key that song with music.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Go to naughtytimeshow.com and stay naughty.
Peace.
Copperbones.com.
Oh, Greg, everybody.
Throw it in there.
He's out, officially out. Actually, I've been waiting my entire life for you to come out officially. And did it just happen?
In that way or another way?
In all ways.
We'll see.
No, he's happily married. The only reason he wears a condom when he has sex with his wife is because
I don't want to spread diseases that I get from Ryan.
Because he doesn't want to touch a bare woman. He doesn't want to touch a bare woman. He'd rather touch a bare man.
A tiger woman, not a bear woman.
All right, naughty time. We're out. It's naughty, naughty, naughty time. It's naughty, naughty, naughty fun.